Hello dear students, welcome to our official YouTube channel Maths Bird. So today our topic is triangle and its property. Why triangle and its property? Because triangle is most important chapter, right? The basic has started in class 7, right? But you can use it in grade 9th, right? So in grade 9 there is a chapter congruency of triangle, right? We all know that this is very important chapter, right? And it is not that much of difficult chapter. It is very important and very easy if you know all the basics of triangle, right? So that's why today I'm going to discuss here the properties of triangle, right? So before that we should know what is triangle and what is type of triangle, right? What is triangle? See, the triangle has three sides, right? No doubt the triangle has three sides. One more thing, there is some properties of triangle which we are using in grade 7 also, and which is the same property we are using in grade 9th also, right? So for that property, to know that property, you should know what is interior and exterior angle, right? So see, there are three angles. Suppose the triangle name is ABC. I am starting with basic, okay? So this is interior angles. Why? Interior angle means inside the triangle, right? So this interior angle. And if we are drawing a line from C to, suppose this is the point D, then this angle will be exterior angle, okay? So it is exterior angle. Fine, that is exterior angle. Now what is the property of triangle? So property of triangle, to know the property of triangle you should know types of triangle. How many types of triangle? When I am asking how many types of triangle, definitely some of a student will say that 3 triangle, 4 triangle, 5 triangle, right? See, types of triangle, there are two type of triangle. The first one is on the basis of angle, right? This is the symbol of angle. And the second is on the basis of side, right? So two type of triangle, on the basis of angle and on the basis of side. So see, on the basis of angle, how many triangle are there? On the basis of angle, that means see, this, the first one is this one, the second one is this one, and the third one is this one. What is the difference of these angles? The first one is, see, the angle is acute. So that means this is acute angle triangle. Here the angle is obtuse, so this is obtuse angle triangle, and here the angle is 90 degree right angle, that means this is right angle triangle. Now the question is, what is acute and obtuse, right? Acute means if the angle is less than 90 degree, right? If the angle is less than 90 degree, then it is acute. This is acute angle. And if the angle is greater than 90 degree but less than 180 degree, that angle is called obtuse angle. And now you all know that what is right angle triangle. Right angle means angle should be equal to 90 degree. This is right angle triangle. Why I am explaining you these things? Because in this chapter we will use exterior angle property, interior angle property, and angle sum property, many properties, right? Now, as we were discussing that this is interior angle, right? So let's suppose this is angle A, this is angle B, this is angle C, and this exterior angle is angle x. So what is exterior angle property? Very important property it is. What is exterior angle property? According to exterior angle property, the exterior angle will be equal to sum of its opposite angle. Sum of its opposite angle means here the exterior angle is x, right? So it will be equal to sum of its opposite angle. Now here the question is, what is the opposite angle here? See, this is x, right? So which one is opposite? It is in the same line, right? This angle C is in same line, so it will not the opposite angle. So which one will be the opposite angle? This angle and this angle. That means angle A and angle B. So x will be equal to A plus B, right? So what is exterior angle property? According to exterior angle property, exterior angle will be equal to sum of its opposite angle. This is exterior angle property, right? Now the second property is, this is the first one. The second most important property, the second most important property is angle sum property. Angle sum property. After explaining these things, we will continue with congruent triangle, right? What is the congruency of triangle? So this is a what is angle sum property? According to angle sum property, if we are I am drawing one triangle, right? Suppose this is a triangle, this one. Now I am giving some name of a triangle. Suppose this is A, this is B, and this is C. So this is angle A, this is angle B, and this angle is angle C, we are assuming. So according to angle sum property, the sum of all the angle of a triangle is equal to 180. That means angle A plus angle B plus angle C is equal to 180. This is only the angle sum property. We will use this property in many questions, right? This is the angle sum property, right? Exterior angle property we have learnt. We have discussed angle sum property. We have discussed the type of angle, right? Now what is Pythagoras theorem, right? And most important thing, where we will use the Pythagoras theorem, right? Before congruency of triangle, you should know the Pythagoras theorem also. So the third property is Pythagoras. What is Pythagoras theorem? The first thing is, we can use Pythagoras theorem if and only if the triangle is right angle triangle. If the triangle is not right angle triangle, that means if the angle is acute angle or obtuse angle, then we can't use Pythagoras theorem, right? So it is a condition that if the triangle is right angle triangle, then only we can use Pythagoras theorem. Okay, so what is Pythagoras theorem? Firstly, I am drawing a right angle triangle. Suppose this is right angle triangle, right? So what is hypotenuse, what is base, and what is perpendicular? See, what is hypotenuse? The longest side of the triangle is hypotenuse, and we know that what is the longest side? This one is the longest side, right? This is the first thing. The second thing, what is hypotenuse? The opposite side of an angle. This is the angle, this is a right angle, so the opposite side of right angle. So this is a right angle, so which one is the opposite side? This one. This one is the opposite side, right? So it will be hypotenuse. Suppose the triangle is ABC, then AC will be equal to hypotenuse. Now what is base and what is perpendicular? This is base and this is perpendicular, correct one. If someone is saying no ma'am, this is base and this is perpendicular, he or she is also correct, right? So anyone, and both of them, they both can be perpendicular or can be base, right? How? Suppose if we are rotating the image, right? If we are rotating the image, it will be like this, right? And this, now this will be A, this will be B, and this will be C. If we are rotating this, now same hypotenuse will be same, but now this is perpendicular and this is base, but here this is base and this is perpendicular. Hence proved, in both the side anyone can be perpendicular, anyone can be base, right? So no confusion, right? If you have any confusion regarding this, you can ping me. So now, according to Pythagoras theorem, hypotenuse square will be equal to perpendicular square plus base square. This is hypotenuse, Pythagoras theorem, the third theorem. So according to this theorem, value of hypotenuse is equal to AC square, right? Here perpendicular is AB, so AB square plus BC square. This is only the Pythagoras theorem, right? Now we are using Pythagoras theorem. How we will use external angle property and Pythagoras theorem and angle sum property? Let's see. Yes, let's see how we will use. I am erasing this one, these things. Wait. Suppose any figure is given, right? Suppose any figure is given like this. Suppose this is a figure and they are saying one more thing. We are discussing the triangle based on the angle. After that we will discuss the triangle based on the sides. Okay. Yes. So this is the angle, this, and it is given that the value of exterior angle is 130 degree. Okay, this is the value of exterior angle. Now you have to find out the value of this one. How you will find out the value of this one? See, we will use here exterior angle property, right? Because exterior angle is given here. So what is exterior angle property? Exterior angle property is exterior angle will be equal to sum of its opposite angle. This is only the exterior angle property. So exterior angle, that means here exterior angle is 130. 130 will be equal to sum of its opposite angle. Opposite angle is this one and this one. That means angle A plus angle B. Now angle A is not given, angle B is not given. No, this is given. Why? Because this is the symbol of 90 degree. We can put here 90 degree. Then angle A will be equal to 130 degree minus 90 degree, 40 degree. So what will be the value of A? 40 degree, right? So this will be 40 degree. Fine. So like this we can use exterior angle property. Now if we want to know the angle, like See, angle A is 40 degree, angle B is 90 degree. Now we want to know this angle. How we can find out this angle? There is two methods to find out. The first, we can use angle sum property. According to angle sum property, sum of all three interior angle of a triangle should be equal to 180. So this is interior angle. First interior angle is 40, second interior angle is 90, and third exterior angle we don't know, so we are assuming x. It will be equal to 180, right? From here you can find out the value of x. How you will find out the value of x? 90 plus 40, it will be 130. 130 plus x will be equal to 180. So x will be equal to 180 degree minus 130. Why minus 130? Because 130 is in addition form here, and when it comes this side of the equal to, the sign will be changed and it will be minus 130. That means 50 degree. It was the first method, right? What is the second method? According to second method, see, this and this, both angle together are making a 180 degree angle. That means this is linear pair, right? So angle C, if this is angle C, so angle C plus angle A, suppose this is D, ACD will be equal to 180 degree. Angle ACD, that means ACD, this angle, it is 180. Why? Because this is linear pair, right? Now what is linear pair? You should know the linear pair, what is the exact definition of linear pair, what is exactly the linear equation, then only you can use this, right? So what is linear pair? I am rubbing this one. Yes. What is linear pair? Pair, if I am drawing a straight line and one line like this, right? So this sum of this angle and this angle will be equal to 180, and this is linear pair. So if two adjacent angle are there, right? Now the question arises, what is adjacent angle? Adjacent angle means if two angle in which one side is common, right? So suppose this is A, this is B, and this is C, right? Suppose, so I said two angles. So one angle is like this, one angle is angle AB, correct? And what is the second one angle? The second one again is this one, right? So you can see that this line is common in both the angle, right? So two adjacent angle, this is adjacent angle actually. What is adjacent angle? If two angles are there in which one line is common, right? So this is adjacent angle. So this is the common line, this is adjacent angle. So adjacent angle, but the condition is for linear pair, the condition is if there is two adjacent angle whose sum is 180 degree, that is only linear pair. But in the adjacent angle there is no condition. I am giving you the example. Suppose like this, this is also the adjacent angle. The first angle is this one and the second angle is this one. First this, second this is also adjacent angle, but this is not linear pair. Why? Because no straight line is there, and we know that 180 degree, that means a straight line, right? So here a straight line is there. So linear pair is two adjacent angle whose sum is 180, that is called linear pair, right? So see, two adjacent angle are there, one is this one, right? And the second one is this one. So these are two adjacent angles, that's why we can use the property linear pair. Okay, so according to linear pair property, you can find out here, from here you can find out the value of x. angle value of x means angle C. Here ACD is equal to 130 degree. So angle C plus 130 degree will be equal to 180. So angle C will be equal to 50. You can see 50. Okay. So it was the property of triangle. One more property is there, that is called Pythagoras theorem, that we have discussed, right? But now we are discussing the application of Pythagoras theorem. Okay, I'm rubbing this one. Now we are going to discuss Pythagoras theorem. This is fine. So suppose this is the figure, right? This is the figure, or we can say, we can moderate the question, like we can modify the question, sorry, like there is a straight no, there is a tree, we can say there is a tree. On the top of the tree there is one thread is there, right? Which is time is many type of question, but I am explaining in a simple way, right? If simply you can understand, then you can solve any type of question. So suppose this is a triangle, this thing is given only, fine, and now they are saying that the value of this is 26, the value of this is 24, find the third side, that means this one. How you can find out this one? We know that the opposite angle of a 90 degree is, the opposite side of 90 degree is hypotenuse. That means hypotenuse square 26 square will be equal to perpendicular square, that means 24 square, plus base square, that means we are assuming the base is x square. 26 square, this is 676, 24 square, that is 576, plus x square. So x square will be equal to 676, 576 will come this side, so it will be in minus 576. X square will be equal to 100, right? This is a negative sign. So x will be equal to square root of 100. Square root of 100, that means it will be equal to 10. So value of the base will be equal to 10 unit. Okay, so it was the properties of triangle. In the next video we will continue this property, and I am making one more separate video for grade 7, and I will post now the separate video for grade 7 and grade 9, because till here it was the same for grade 7 and grade 9, but in grade 9 there is a congruency, and in grade 10th there is a similarity, correct? So don't confuse regarding the similarity and the congruency, because similarity is a different thing and congruency is a different thing. Congruency, we can say congruency is a part of similarity, we can say, right? But we can prove the congruency with certain rules, and these rules and theorems we will discuss, and I will tell you how to derive it, correct? And we will solve all the questions. So thank you class, thank you so much, bye.